There's a lie that almost everyone tells. Not once, not occasionally, but every day. And the dangerous part is you don't even recognize it's a lie. You call it honesty, reality. You call it just the way things are. But this one lie is the reason you feel stuck. The reasons things don't change. The reason life feels heavier than it should. And the worst part, you probably said it today. The lie, this is just who I am. Simple, common, harmless. But incredibly destructive. Because when you say, this is just who I am, what you're really saying is I can't change. I won't change. This is permanent. And once you believe something is permanent, you stop trying. You stop pushing. You stop becoming. Not because you're incapable, but because you're convinced yourself there's no point. Here's why this lie is so powerful. It protects you. It protects your comfort. It protects your identity. Because change is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. Truth is uncomfortable. And when something feels uncomfortable, most people assume it must be wrong. So instead of questioning comfort, they question possibility. Instead of asking, can I grow? They decide, this is just who I am. And that decision quietly builds a cage. Not overnight, but slowly. Day after day. Choice after choice. Excuse after excuse. The lie doesn't just stop growth. It steals momentum. It kills possibility. It slowly reshapes your future. Because identity drives behavior. And behavior builds destiny. So when you believe this is just who I am, you stop challenging yourself. You stop stretching. You stop believing that something better exists. And over time, you don't just stay stuck. You become comfortable being stuck. That's the real danger. Not failure. Not difficulty. Comfortable stagnation. Here's what most people never realize. That sentence, this is just who I am, isn't truth. It's surrender. It's permission to stay small. Permission to stay safe. Permission to avoid becoming something greater. Because truth sounds different. Truth says, I can change. I can grow. I can become. But becoming requires effort, discomfort, risk. And most people don't fear failure. They fear transformation. Because transformation only changes everything. So here's the path. Stop. Stop declaring permanence. Start choosing possibility. Stop repeating limitation. And start practicing change. Not someday. Not eventually. Today. The moment you stop believing the lie, everything shifts. Not instantly, not magically, but direction changes. Momentum builds, possibility returns. Because you're no longer trapped. You're not trapped by your own identity any longer. You're free. You're free to build a new one, a new identity. Not fake, not forced, but intentional. One choice at a time. One step at a time. One honest moment at a time. If this hit something in you, if you felt even a little resistance while listening, it's not an accident. That's truth knocking. And most people, they'll scroll past this, ignore it, pretend it didn't land. But if you're still here, if you stay to the end, that tells me something about you. It tells me that you're not running from truth. You're looking for it. So if you're serious about growth, serious about waking up, serious about becoming who you were meant to be, then don't just watch and walk away. Subscribe, follow, not for entertainment, for transformation. Because every video here is meant to challenge you, refine you, and move you forward. And if you know someone who keeps repeating the lie we talked about, send this to them. Not to judge them, to wake them up.